everybody, Original Asherella here, and today is the start of my brand new segment called Onion Tea. If you've watched any of my videos over the past few weeks, you know I have a long-standing opinion on Onion Man and a emotional kind of investment in everything that's happening with he and Kai lately. Now, and by Onion Man, I mean Onision, aka Greg Jackson, aka James Jackson. I was a very brief fan many years ago, but knew back then, like everybody knows now, that this guy was doing something creepy. And now he and his spouse Kai are under investigation by the FBI, and they are finally going to face some consequences for their behavior. Now, I do want to say a couple things. Everything that's happening in the victims and the investigation, it is so much more than just tea. I am not trying to trivialize the situation by calling it tea, but I am going to talk about some of the dumbass shit that Onion Man does that's just fucking ridiculous. Anybody who has a problem with anybody making videos about Onion Man, you can take it and shove it, because my opinion is very long formed. Like, I have had this opinion for a very long time now. I am not jumping on the Onision hating bandwagon. And the more people that are talking about this, the better. We cannot let these victims be forgot about, until there are some actual consequences. Anybody and everybody that has an opinion on it needs to be talking about it. It's been a long time coming, and we cannot let this fade away and the girls be forgotten about. If you know about this case, you know that Chris Hansen has been all over it, and a lot of stuff has happened here recently. So we're just going to do, every few days, do a recap of everything that's happened in the whole Onion Man investigation, Chris Hansen's investigation, and, Onion Man's ridiculous reactions to everything that's going on. But Onion Man tried to take a restraining order out on Chris Hansen and Repsion. Repsion is a YouTuber. His real name is Daniel Soulsbach. He's an awesome guy. He's been making videos about Onion Man's bullshit for years. And until the actual court case, that was the first time they had actually been in the same room together. So tell me how somebody is threatening you that you've never even been in the same room with. But he tried to take a protective order, also known as a restraining order, out on Repsion and Chris Hansen. First of all, he served the wrong Chris Hansen. Now, some poor dude named Chris Hansen, somewhere in Connecticut, got served with these papers for protective order to show up in court from this guy he doesn't even know, probably. But with a name like Chris Hansen, he may have gotten something like that before. But so that, just went away because he served the wrong Chris Hansen. He served the right Daniel Soulsbach, and Repsion showed up in court, but Onion Man himself dropped the charges. Now, it is speculated that he's going to try to go after Repsion and Chris Hansen for slander or something like that, but I've said this before, it ain't slander. If it's true, Onion Man, you don't have a leg to stand on there. But anyway, Onion Man shows up to court in a suit, which is fine, that is appropriate for court. But he has on Adidas, and Adidas makes a cleat that's called the Adidas Predator, and I was thinking, oh my god, if Onion Man had on Predators, that would just be too perfect, but he did not. I think they were just like Sambas, but it was also very clear that he was wearing some type of bulletproof vest or flak jacket or something under his suit. Okay, Onion Man, you are absolutely right. There are people out there that probably want you dead. I want you behind bars. I think that you should have to suffer for the rest of your life for what you've done. But I'm sure there are people that wish worse upon you than that. So wearing that bulletproof vest is probably not a terrible idea. However, you know that Onion Man wears it because he thinks he is an anti-hero of the counterculture. He thinks he is somebody special. And if somebody did make an attempt on his life like that, he would relish that, especially if he got hurt but didn't die. you know that he would love like the attention because he views himself, because he's such a narcissistic sociopath, he would probably like for someone to try to assassinate him. And yeah, he wearing a bulletproof vest is probably not a bad idea, but it's because you're so genuinely hated, not because people are trying to like take down your message on you, man. Also, this is Wednesday night when I'm filming. I just watched Chris Hansen. He had Pierce County Sheriff on, and Regina again, and his attorney Mike Morris was on. They had a lot of good things to say, a lot of good information. But one thing that I found most entertaining about that video, the live stream tonight, Have a Seat with Chris Hansen, is that Onion Man tried to hire people to protest against the investigation on him. He was going to pay people $25 a piece to go pretend like they liked him and that they were standing up for him. He put an ad out on Craigslist to hire protesters, I think to show up at the courthouse where Repsion was, but like nobody did. He didn't have success with that because nobody like will even defend what you've done for money. That's just ridiculous. You are so ridiculous, Onion. God. We learned from the Pierce County Sheriff that, this has been going on for a while. The FBI is definitely investigating. The local Sheriff's Department and the FBI are working together to further this case on Onion Man and his spouse, Kai, who is no victim and is just as accountable and just as responsible and a big of a threat and a predator as Onion Man. He definitely confirmed that for us tonight. I do want to say one thing. Vincent DeCocha, who was Chris Hansen's web producer, we also got some good news from the Pierce County Sheriff that was on Chris Hansen tonight. You're probably aware that a while back, Onion Man's daughter, 2-year-old daughter, fell from a second-story window and had skull fractures. He has confirmed that she is most likely going to fully recover from those injuries and shouldn't have any long-term damage. Like, thank God kids are so resilient. Now, I just genuinely worry about them being in that home because we know how big of a narcissist Onion Man and Kai both are and how they're both all about themselves. I really do genuinely worry for their children. One last thing I want to talk about before I end this brief video, because I'm going to do these regularly every few days, is that Chris Hansen, this is not directly related to Onion Man, but his web producer, Vincent DeCocha, he recently fired him. And this D-bag Vince has, taken it personally. First of all, there is a ton of hate against Vincent on YouTube in general because he, like Onion Man, has abused the copyright strike system on YouTube against YouTubers he didn't like. Chris had made him recall or take back some of those copyright strikes that he had, but he had just done so much shady stuff. He had doxed some people that he was a liability for Chris at this point. So I am so glad that Chris Hansen fired him, because I didn't know whenever this investigation started that he was such a not ethical person, I guess is the best way to say it. And because he ran a lot of Chris's online stuff, his website, he was posting Chris's mugshot from where he had a bounce check on his To Catch a Predator website. What a petty ass D-bag. It is a good thing that Vince is gone. Peace out, Vince. Peace out, Cub Scout. Alright, guys, that is it for this very first episode of Onion Tea. Now, I want to hear how you feel about Onion Man down in the comments. Let me know. Were you ever a fan? Have you had a long-term opinion? Are you just now finding out who he is? Do you know of any other YouTubers that engage in this same type of grooming behavior? Let's start a discussion down in the comments. Hope everybody's having a great night. Let me know your thoughts. What else do you want to see in this segment or on this channel? I love suggestions, so let me know. And I'll see you guys next time. Just remember, every time a new person clicks the subscribe button on this video, a YouTuber named Original Asherella has an improvement in her self-esteem. For no extra cost and very little extra effort, you can hit the notification bell to be notified every time she uploads a video. This will definitely improve her standings in the YouTube algorithm. So don't wait, do it today. You won't regret it. But yeah, everybody, like, sub, give me a like, give me a dislike, follow me on my socials. Always tap in, never tap out, and keep on slaying like a Saiyan.